There's a strange and beautiful paradox at the heart of our reality. We spend our lives praying to an outside power for treasures we were already given the keys to. We stand before the gates of abundance, begging for entry, completely unaware that the kingdom is, and always has been, inside of us. You know this feeling, don't you? That sense of separation, of hoping and pleading for a breakthrough, as if prosperity is a prize to be won or a favor to be granted by some distant cosmic authority. You feel like a humble subject, on bended knee, when in your very essence, you are the sovereign. It's a grand, cosmic comedy of mistaken identity, and today, you're going to learn the punchline. In this lecture, we are going to completely shatter that old paradigm. We are going to do this by uniting the perspectives of two revolutionary titans of thought. We will take the profound inner vision of Neville Goddard and fuse it with the glorious, unapologetic boldness of Reverend Ike. We will explore how Neville's master key, the law of assumption, teaches you to live in the end, to psychologically inhabit the state of the king who already possesses limitless wealth. Then, we will fortify that inner state with Reverend Ike's radical truth that money is not a profane object to be chased, but a divine energy to be commanded. It is God in action, and you have the spiritual authority to direct it. This isn't about simply thinking positively or wishing for a better life. This is about a total shift in your state of consciousness. You are about to discover that true, unshakable prosperity is a unified state of being, where the inner feeling of royalty meets the outer authority to command your world. You will stop begging a God outside of you and start commanding the God energy that flows through you. Welcome to your coronation. So let's talk about why your crown has been feeling a little loose, a little lopsided. The reason we end up on our knees, petitioning the cosmos for a handout, is due to a fundamental, almost laughably simple, misuse of our divine equipment. Your imagination is not a suggestion box for the universe. It is the executive boardroom where all binding decisions are made. Most of us, however, treat this sacred boardroom like a 24-hour greasy spoon diner that only serves two items, worry waffles and panic pancakes. You are the head chef of your reality, standing in the magnificent kitchen of your own mind. Every single day, you are cooking. The ingredients are your thoughts, and the secret spice, the thing that makes it all real, is your feeling. Now, what have you been cooking? For many, the daily special is a lukewarm stew of, "I hope I can pay this bill," with a side of, "What if it doesn't work out?" You simmer in the feeling of anxiety, you garnish it with a sprinkle of dread, and then you are utterly bewildered when the universe, who is the most impeccable and obedient waiter, delivers that exact dish to your table. You then have the audacity to complain to the manager, forgetting that you are the one who wrote the menu and fired up the stove. This is precisely where Neville and Ike would nod at each other in glorious agreement. Neville would point out that you've been living in the end of a terrible meal. You've been faithfully assuming the feeling of the wish feared, not the wish fulfilled. Reverend Ike would then boom with laughter and say, "Of course, baby, God in action, which is what money is, can't make a gourmet feast out of your burnt toast." You've been using the divine, creative fire of the cosmos to make garbage, and then wondering why your life doesn't taste like success. So how do we change the menu? This is the fun part. You don't have to scrub the old burnt pans. You simply decide to cook something new. Right now, you decide you're no longer running a diner. You're running a 5-star restaurant. You begin to imagine and, more importantly, feel the deep, satisfying, savory sensation of success. You don't hope for the ingredients for a magnificent life. You feel the warmth of the feast already in your belly. This is the secret of living in the end. It's a game of culinary make-believe. If you're enjoying this recipe for a richer reality, go ahead and hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe for the full menu. You stop tasting the bitterness of lack and start savoring the flavor of fulfillment right here, right now in the grand kitchen of your imagination. All right, so you've been in the kitchen of your mind, whipping up a 5-star feast of fabulousness. Wonderful. But let me ask you something, honey. What good is a royal banquet if you show up to your own party dressed in rags, shuffling your feet and apologizing for taking up space? You can't cook a feeling of abundance in your imagination and then walk out into the world with the posture of a professional coupon clipper. The universe gets very confused by that. It's like ordering a limousine and then trying to pay the driver in pocket lint. This is where the real fun begins. You have to start acting the part. I mean right now. Not when the money shows up. The money is waiting for you to show up first. Most people walk into a room like they're trying to sneak past a security guard. Their shoulders are hunched, their eyes are darting around looking for the nearest exit, and their voice is so quiet you'd think they were telling a secret they're ashamed of. They look at a beautiful car and sigh. They see an expensive suit and think, wouldn't that be nice? With the same energy as someone wishing for a pet unicorn. That is the stench of poverty thinking, and it is a spiritual repellent. You have got to strut. I don't care if you're walking to the mailbox or into the boardroom. Your head is up. Your shoulders are back. You walk with the calm, unhurried gait of someone who owns the building, not someone who's late on the rent. You make eye contact. You smile, not a nervous, apologetic smile, but the easy, knowing smile of someone who is in on the big joke, that this is all a game and you're winning. This isn't about being arrogant, it's about being congruent. That glorious feeling of wealth Neville told you to generate on the inside must have an outfit to wear on the outside. You are creating a self-image of divine certainty. Money, darling, is God in action. And God does not mumble. God does not fidget. God does not look at a price tag and get heart palpitations. When you feel that old, familiar cringe of, oh, that's too expensive, you have to catch it. You stop, and you mentally correct it. You look at that price and you say, all right. You say it with the cool indifference of someone for whom that number is a trifle. You are re-educating the cells of your body to carry the vibration of spiritual wealth. What's one little poverty posture or habit you're ready to drop right this second? Tell me in the comments below. I want to cheer you on as you stand up straight. You have to stop identifying with lack. It's a cheap, scratchy suit you've been wearing for too long, and it's time you took it to the cleaners. Permanently. Now, let's have a little reality check, shall we? Because this is the part where the rubber of your royal robes meets the road of your current reality. You've cooked the feast in your mind. You've started walking with your head held high, but you just checked your bank account, and it still looks like it's on a diet. The phone rings with a number you don't recognize, and your stomach does a little flip. A letter comes, and you hold it up to the light, trying to see if it's good news or bad news before you even open it. This is the moment. This is the great test. This is where the average person throws in the towel. They do the imaginative work for a day or two, strut around their apartment for an afternoon, and then, when $1 million doesn't fall out of the sky by dinner time, they collapse. They start acting like a nervous first-time parent with a newborn reality. Is it breathing? Is it okay? You find yourself doing the silliest things. You check your email every 5 minutes for a notification you can't even define. You open your banking app and refresh it over and over, as if you're pulling the lever on a cosmic slot machine, praying for a jackpot. You've gone from sovereign ruler to frantic babysitter in a matter of hours. This, my love, is where the master key of persistence comes in. Neville would tell you that this is the crucial moment of denying the senses. Your 5 senses are professional gossips, and they are always reporting yesterday's news. They are telling you about the reality you created with your old, stinking thinking. Reverend Ike would put it more bluntly. He'd say you're still looking at the ghetto. A king doesn't keep staring at the slums to confirm his royalty. He knows where the palace is. Your imagination is the palace. Your current circumstances are the slums. Stop going for a walk in the slums. Denying the senses doesn't mean you become delusional. It means you refuse to give your current reality the final say. You see the bill on the counter, and you look at it with the calm authority of someone who has already handled it. You hear a friend complain about the economy, and you let it slide off you like water off a duck's back, because in your kingdom, the economy is always booming. You have planted the seed of abundance in the soil of your consciousness. Your frantic checking and worrying is you, the anxious gardener, digging up the seed every single day to see if it's sprouting. Leave it alone. The seed knows what to do. Your only job is to trust the germination that is happening in the dark, in the unseen. The delay is not a denial. It is a process. Keep your royal composure. The harvest is on its way. So now we arrive at the heart of the matter. You understand the kitchen of your mind. You've started to walk the walk, and you've learned to ignore the gossip of your five senses. Now, it is time to synthesize this power into a single, devastatingly effective daily ritual. Think of it this way. Neville Goddard gave you the secret map to the palace, showing you the hidden passageways of imagination. Reverend Ike gave you the royal decree, signed by God, declaring you the rightful ruler, with full authority to command the treasury. One without the other is incomplete. Now, let's use them together. We're going to call this our secret weapon, the sovereign switch. It takes less than 5 minutes, but it will fundamentally rewire your subconscious mind for wealth. Twice a day, find a place where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Now, in your imagination, you are not going to beg for money. You are going to command it. Assume the feeling of the king who has just reviewed his kingdom's vast and overflowing accounts. Feel the deep, quiet satisfaction. Feel the absolute peace that comes from knowing every bill is paid, every desire is met, and your resources are infinite. Don't just see numbers. Feel the sublime relaxation in your shoulders, the easy smile on your face, the calm certainty in your heart. This is your Neville moment. After a minute or two of steeping in that feeling, do not let it go. Hold it. Now slowly open your eyes. This is the switch. You are now going to bring that king out into the world. Stand up. Walk across the room, but walk as that person. Pour yourself a glass of water, but do it with the unhurried grace of someone who has all the time and resources in the world. This is your Reverend Ike moment, putting God in action through your physical self. And here is the most important rule. Once you flip the sovereign switch, you do not flip it back. Every time you check your account with anxiety or feel a pang of fear over a price, you are attempting to perform a mental abortion on the reality you just conceived. You must be ruthless with your mental diet. The seed is planted. Your only job is to walk as the king who is awaiting an inevitable harvest. Practice this daily. It is your private coronation. Repeat it until the entire world has no choice but to bow to your new state. And so we arrive at the end. But this is not a conclusion. It is your commencement. The lecture is over, but your reign has just begun. The crown is on your head, and it fits perfectly. You see now, don't you? There is no cosmic vending machine that might grant your wish. There is no distant God to petition. There is only you, standing in the center of your own universe. You are the operant power. You are the cause, the creator and the commander of everything that appears in your world. The entire game was never about finding wealth. It was always about remembering your divine authority to call it forth. You have stopped begging a God outside and have finally, gloriously, claimed the God power within. From this moment forward, your one and only job is to live from this state of absolute certainty. Your new royal decree, the truth you will live by, is this powerful affirmation. It is the summary of your new self-concept. Declare it now and feel it in every cell of your being. I am the sovereign source of my own supply. If you are ready to master this unified power and wield it with the effortless grace of a king, then hit that subscribe button and join this royal assembly. It is time to step into your full authority. After all, you've spent long enough praying for rain. It's time to start telling the clouds where to go. I am wealth mindset.